Ever since I joined Vegan Challenge 22 in August this year, 2022, I've decided to become a full-time vegan. I feel like I've finally come to a happy place where people help each other in their journey as a vegan. Young and matured men and women, boy or girl, all over the world came to join hands together to seek solution for their health, to help raise awareness about animal rights to a decent life and their protection, but most of all, to follow how God created our physical body in His guidelines in its proper care and maintenance. Of all the three reasons, it is the third that I adhere the most. Inspired by the story of our forefathers, most especially Daniel and his three friends, namely Ananias, Misael, and Azarias. In Daniel 1:3-20, it is written. In the book of Daniel, chapter 1, verses 3-20, it is written, "And the king spake unto Ashpenaz, the master of his eunuchs, that he should bring certain of the children of Israel and of the king's seed and of the princes, children in whom was no blemish, but well favored, and skillful in all wisdom, and cunning in knowledge, and understanding science, and such as had ability in them to stand in the king's palace, and whom they might teach the learning and the tongue of the Chaldeans. And the king appointed them a daily provision of the king's meat, and of the wine which he drank, so nourishing them 3 years, that at the end thereof they might stand before the king. Now, among these were of the children of Judah, Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, unto whom the prince of the eunuchs gave names. For he gave unto Daniel the name of Belteshazzar, and to Hananiah and Shadrach, and to Mishael of Meshach, and to Azariah of Abednego. But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with a portion of the king's meat, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the prince of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. Now God had brought Daniel into favor and tender love with the prince of the eunuchs. And the prince of the eunuchs said unto Daniel, I fear my lord the king, who hath appointed your meat and your drink. For why should he see your faces worse liking than the children which are of your sort? Then shall ye make me endanger my head to the king. Then said Daniel to Melchizedek, whom the prince of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, prove thy servants, I beseech thee, 10 days, and let them give us pulse to eat and water to drink. Then let our countenances be looked upon before thee, and the countenance of the children that eat of the portion of the king's meat, and as thou seest, deal with thy servants. So he consented to them in this matter, and proved them 10 days. And at the end of the 10 days, their countenances appeared fairer and fatter in flesh than all the children which did eat the portion of the king's meat. Thus Melzar took away the portion of their meat and the wine that they should drink, and gave them halves. As for these 4 children, God gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom, and Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. Now at the end of the days that the king had said he should bring them in, then the prince of the eunuchs brought them in before Nebuchadnezzar. And the king communed with them, and among them all was found none like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Therefore stood they before the king, and in all matters of wisdom and understanding that the king inquired of them, he found them 10 times better than all the magicians and astrologers that there were in all his realm. Okay, so therefore, we also have to remember that Daniel wasn't eaten by the lions when he was thrown in the den, while his 3 friends, whom were thrown in the furnace to be burned, was saved by God's archangel. I was so inspired by the strength of their love, faith, and loyalty to God, and how they followed His will. Secondly, I truly love animals, our best friends. There are a lot of times that they have saved our lives from danger. It really makes me sad to see them suffer before they die. Sometimes even at their last breath, they smile at the sight of that someone whom they consider as their beloved best friend being safe in their presence. Their best friend is none other than you and me. Thirdly, of course, one of the main reasons why I chose to be a vegan is because of health reasons. I feel more alive, energetic, satisfied eating fresh fruits and vegetables. Actually, before I became a vegan, I was a full-time fruitarian with grapes as my main food for 3 years. Years before that, I was already a vegetarian, actually a pesca ovo vegetarian. But since I've learned about the benefits of fasting, slowly but surely I became a fruitarian, which lasted for 3 years. Now, together with my 3 daughters, I've become a full-time vegan with a goal of transitioning to becoming a raw vegan. I've joined so many vegan groups in Facebook, like the pages and communities adhering to animal welfare and protection, and so soon we'll start a new channel on vegan cooking, hoping to inspire like Astig Vegan and the Vegan Chefs. So, for anyone out there who would like to become a full-time vegan too, I highly recommend that you saturate your mind with anything vegan. Be with like-minded people and join lots of groups and enjoy the journey of being a vegan. Thank you so much for having me in your channel. See you around and stay blessed and safe. Namaste.